skilled person can produce more than unskilled person, is it? That is why the division of labor is playing a major role for assigning, planning or in the management. Without a proper organization or arrangement on the basis of different criteria, so this is considered as organization or organizing. If there is any request to change the system or change the idea or change the plannings, it should be easily adoptable. That should be flexible. Namaste my dear students, Shubha Hebba here, Faculty of Commerce, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. My dear students, a warm welcome to the session. Yes, the session on the topic of organizing, one of the important functions of management, that is organizing. In the previous session, we have discussed about planning. Planning, meaning of planning and different process and different types of planning, importance of planning, features of planning. So these are all the particular facts we have discussed. So that is a primary function. This is another one important function, that is organizing. In this session, we are going to discuss about organizing. Let us discuss the session with different content, what we are going to discuss in this session. Yes, quite introduction about organizing and meaning and definitions. Meaning of organization and definition. The definition given by different management thinkers. So I have given one definition here, that is definitions of organizing, and then what are the different process of organizing, and next one important principles, again the 14 principles of organizing. So these are all different content today we are going to discuss. The first one, quite introduction about organizing. Yes, what is organizing? We know that without a proper organization or arrangement on the basis of different criteria, so this is considered as organization or organizing. That without organizing, it is considered as ROS. So it is not usable. That organization or organizing, it is one of the important functions of management. What is organizing? It is nothing but gathering the resources. The functions of gathering the resources are establishing orderly uses for such resources and structuring tasks to fulfill the organization goals, organization plans. What they have planned by organization, for achievement of plans, they have to organize themselves. The process of organize, it is called organizing. So you can consider, or what it includes, the process of organization or the organization, which include what tasks to be done, what we have to do, and how tasks are to be grouped, how we have to classify the activities, how we have to classify the tasks. Yes, then who will make the decisions about these tasks? So these are all the different content which involved by organizing, the function of management. What is the meaning of organizing? Yes, it is the process of coordinating employees' activities in an orderly manner. On the basis of some criteria, just they have to organizing or that coordinating the activities, coordinating the employees' activities. That is called organizing. Yes, according to Chester Bernard, okay, what is organizing? Just I am giving the definitions. There are so many thinkers, management thinkers has given the definition about organizing. So I have taken Chester Bernard definitions. Then Coons and O'Donnell also has given the definitions, and Sheldon also has given the definitions. Yes, that according to Chester Bernard, a system of consciously coordinate activities or efforts of two or more persons. That management, it is not possible by manage with a single person. There are so many persons contributing their efforts to achieve the goals. So they are participating, so many workers, so many people are participating, in the sense some organizing system should be there. Otherwise, it is not possible to reach the goal, that is unity. We can consider as objectives of organizing. So this is that the system consciously coordinate the activities or efforts of two or more persons. It is called organizing. Yes, we have discussed meaning and definitions. And next one, that what are the process of organizing? Yes, we have to follow some process. Yes, what are the process of organizing? First one, determinations of objectives. So that determine the objectives is a primary functions of organizing. Determine the objectives, which means what we have to do. It state in clear terms what we are going to do. So that is the objectives. First we have to determine the objectives. And the next one, determining the activities. Yes, so this is the second process. So in this process, manager determining the works, or he analyzed the different activities. So he analyzed the different activities which is very required to accomplishment of objectives. Okay, so that is considered as determining the activity. What are the different activities to be done to achieve the goal? So what are the different ways, or what are the different activities? So that is coming under the determining the activity. And next one, grouping activities, assigning the duties. So this is about classifications or assigning the duties per persons. The work classified into manageable work units. Okay, that assigning the duties in the sense classified into manageable work units. Manageable work units. So that is considered as a grouping activities. Yes, that organizing in the sense it is nothing but a grouping activity. Some people are grouping themselves with some more objectives, and always they are performing with the assigning duties. And the next one, developing relationship. Yes, the coordination and cooperation is very important among the group persons, group members. Every members or every person should know about who is a superior and who has to follow the order of superiors. And this is considered as a developing relationship. So that what is the main objectives to achieve the goal, accomplishment of goals, and how to do that, they have to assigning the duties, and they have to determining the activities and assigning the duties for that group, and then they have to build the relationship among the organized peoples. So these are all different process of organizing. Let us discuss about what are the different principles, 14 principles of organizing. Yes, that principles of unity of objectives. Already we have discussed. We have to determine the objectives which give the real meaning of our management plannings. Yes, before starting the process, we have to work with the objectives, determine the objectives. And this principle, that unity of objective principle, requires that individual and departmental objectives. Individual and departmental. Individual and departmental objectives. And the next one, principle of flexibility. Principles of flexibility, which involves that freely adaptable of changes. If there is any requires to change the system or change the idea or change the plannings, it should be easily adaptable. That should be flexible. Okay, so that is coming under the principles of flexibility. And next one, principle of division of work. So this is one of the important principle of organization. One of the important process of organizing, that is grouping activity. So this particularly belongs to the divisions of work. Yes, that work assigning on the basis of specializations. For example, if person A is specialized for production, or person B specialized for marketing, yes, assign the marketing work for B only, assigning the production work for A only. If they are assigning the market for A or production for B, it will take more time, quantity of work may be less, quality of work may be reduced. So instead of assigning by commonly, just assigning the work on the basis of divisions of labors on the basis of skilled. Yes, that skilled person can produce more than unskilled person. Is it? That is why the division of labor is playing a major role for assigning, planning, or in the management, whatever it is. Okay. And the next one, principles of functional definition. That functional definitions which each individual and each departmental of the enterprises should be suitably defined. So this is coming under the principles of functional definitions. And next one, that optimum departmentations. Yes, optimum departmentation going with the efficiency and coordinations. Going with the efficiency, that organization going with the coordination and with the efficiency. That is coming under the optimum departmentation. That optimum departmentation, which particularly involves that's the different departments of organizations must go with the common objectives with the coordinatingly. That is considered as the optimum departmentation. And next one, principle of unity of directions. That principles of unity of direction in the sense there should not be different directions based on different groups. That should be equal directions. Then each groups, there may be a different groups on the basis of different activities, but each groups which have a same objectives, just always try to achieving the same objectives what they have ordered by superior managers. And next one, principles of adequate delegations. Each managerial position be provided with the adequate authorities. Yes, it is telling about adequate authorities. That is about adequate delegations. Yes, that 7 principles. Remaining 7 important principles. First one, scalar chain principles. That scalar chain principles about superior ranging. Yes, superior ranging of higher to lower levels. That's basic authority, responsibility among the managers and superiors coming under the different levels of organizations. That is coming under the scalar chain principles. And the next one, authority level principle. Yes, hierarchy must decided the matters. In this types of principle, hierarchy must decide the matters. So there is a different levels of management and high superior level must decide their different matters. The lower level subordinates or workers can report to the higher level and all the decision taken by the higher levels. That is coming under the authority level principle. And the next one, principle of span control. Principle of span control, which means allotment of workers. Allotment of workers to supervisors. How many workers required to be supervisor? Just manager will allot the workers for supervisors according to requirements. That is coming under the span controls. Yes, there are 2 types of span control. So one is wide span control and narrow span control. Yes, that wide span control that will be all over the organizations, and narrow span control particularly belongs to separate divisions. That is coming under the narrow span control. And the next one, principle of unity of command. This is about each worker should have one head. If there is any issues, there is any problems, he can report to that supervisor, he can report to his head, and then it carry to manager levels. So that is coming under the unity of command. And it involves that is one supervisor or one head, he can assess the task, assess the work to lower levels or that workers. And it also helps to that effective and smooth functioning of organizations. And the next one, that people of exceptions. People of exceptions, which means or it involves that every problems handled by different level of management, not handled by higher level authorities. Okay, that is handled by level of managers. Every problem should not responsible or taken by higher level authorities. There's a different levels of managers. They can handle their issues or handle their problems. That is coming under the exceptions. And then principle of simplicity. Yes, that structure of organizations, structure of organization should be simple. That is coming under the simplicity. Should be simple in the sense it is easily adoptable and easily followable. So that is coming under the simplicity. And the last one, that is principle of efficiency. Principle of efficiency, which tells about minimum cost. Let us always work with huge requirements, less resources. Yes, how it is possible, or how can we accomplish the goal, achieve the goal with a very less amount of resources and more outputs. So that is coming under the efficiency. So these are all different 14 principles of organizing, that function of management. Yes, dear students, we have discussed different facts of organization, meaning, definition, and also we have discussed process of organizing and different important 14 principle of organizing. This is the time to say thank you all for joining me in this session. Keep watching, read well. Thank you once again.